They called him arrogant because he became silent. But the truth was terrifying. The eagle did not stop talking because he was weak. He stopped talking because he finally realized some birds will never understand the sky. Deep inside a crowded forest, every bird had something to say. Parrots spread gossip from tree to tree. Crows argued over meaningless things. Chickens laughed loudly at anyone with big dreams. In the middle of all the noise lived a young eagle named Arin. Unlike the others, Arin was quiet. He watched more than he spoke. And because of that, the birds hated him. He thinks he's special, one crow mocked. He acts too important for us, another laughed. But Arin said nothing. He simply stared toward the distant mountains beyond the clouds. Every day, Arin trained his wings alone near the cliffs. The chickens laughed whenever they saw him. "Why fly so high?" one shouted. "The ground is enough." The parrots burst into laughter. Arin tried explaining his dreams once. "I want to see what exists above the mountains." But the birds laughed even harder. "Above the mountains? There's nothing there. You're wasting your time." That day, Arin slowly stopped talking about his dreams. One evening, while sitting alone on a cliff, Arin met an old eagle with scarred wings. The old eagle studied him carefully. "You carry silence like pain," he said. Arin lowered his eyes. "No one understands me." The old eagle nodded slowly. "Because you were born to fly where they cannot." Arin looked confused. The old eagle continued. "Never waste your energy explaining the sky to birds addicted to the ground." The wind blew strongly around them. "Eagles do not argue with chickens," the old eagle whispered. "They simply fly higher." Those words entered Arin's soul. The next morning, the insults continued. "Too proud to speak? Lost your voice?" Maybe he finally realized he's nothing. But Arin no longer reacted. Instead of arguing, he trained. Before sunrise, he strengthened his wings. During storms, he practiced balance. At night, while others slept, he studied the wind. The birds kept talking, but Arin became dangerous in silence. As weeks passed, Arin became more distant. Sometimes the silence hurt. He watched the other birds laughing together while he trained alone on cold cliffs. For a moment, he wondered if they were right. Maybe his dreams were foolish. Maybe he should just become normal. But every time he looked at the sky, something inside him refused to give up. The mountains kept calling him. The next morning, the birds started again. "Why are you so quiet? Too proud to talk?" Maybe he's scared. But this time, Arin did not feel angry. He stopped trying to prove himself. Stopped arguing. Stopped explaining his dreams. Instead, he trained alone every morning before sunrise. While the other birds talked, Arin practiced flying against strong winds. While they mocked him, he learned patience. Day after day, his wings became stronger. One dark afternoon, a violent storm attacked the forest. Thunder shook the trees. Rain flooded the ground. The smaller birds panicked. The parrots screamed helplessly. The chickens hid beneath broken branches. Even the crows struggled to survive. Then suddenly, someone flew upward instead of downward. It was Arin. The storm winds that terrified everyone else became power beneath his wings. Higher and higher he soared, past the trees, past the mountains, into the storm itself. For the first time in his life, Arin broke through the dark clouds, and above them was sunlight, peace, silence. The storm that looked deadly from below was nothing from above. Tears filled his eyes. At that moment, Arin finally understood. Most birds never rise high enough to realize there is another world above fear. Below, the birds watched him in shock. The eagle they mocked had reached a place none of them could imagine. After the storm ended, the forest became silent whenever Arin passed. One small bird finally gathered courage to ask, "How did you become so strong?" Arin looked toward the endless sky. Then he answered softly, "The moment I stopped trying to be understood by everyone was the moment I finally started becoming who I was meant to be." He opened his massive wings, and without another word, the eagle disappeared into the clouds. Not every bird is meant to understand your journey. Some people are comfortable staying low. Some will laugh at dreams they cannot see. But never shrink your wings just to fit among birds afraid of heights. Sometimes the greatest growth begins when you stop arguing and start flying higher.